Galvez, the National Plan Against COVID-19 Chief Implementer. Good morning, Sec. We also have Mayor Vico Sotto of Pasig City. Mr. Jojo Garcia, the General Manager of the MMDA. I think we also have Assistant Secretary Sharade Grande from the DOH, the Department of Health. Dr. Paz Corrales, the NCR Assistant Director from the DOH. Good morning, ma'am. We have Mr. Ari Perez, the Vice President for Business Development of the BCDA, the Basis Conversion and Development Authority. And all our media guests, of course, joining us today. Hi, good morning. I'm Sean Yao, and I'll be taking you through today's brief program. So, as you know, we are all here welcoming you to this event as the National Task Force Against COVID-19, along with the MMDA, the Pasig City government, the Rizal Provincial government, and we are all holding a briefing on McDonald's Philippines initiative to test its restaurant employees for COVID-19 to ensure the safety of their people so that in turn, all their customers can also stay safe. So it's really amazing how big brands such as McDonald's Philippines continuously partner and work with the government. I think we've heard about all these public and private sector initiatives in order to fight the virus and enable us to gradually get back on our feet and together, more importantly, to rebuild our economy. So as we begin this event, allow me to formally announce that we have opened our swabbing booths. In case you were wondering what these two booths behind me are, they will be running for 5 days starting today, October 16, until October 20. So for the next 5 days, they will cater to not just McDonald's employees, but also residents of Pasig City as well as Rizal Province and nearby communities. All right, so this initiative, again, would not have been made possible without the support of the National Task Force Against COVID-19, as well as partner LGUs that proactively conduct efforts to keep people in their communities safe, as well as find solutions to keep and to get them through this challenging time. So without further ado, I'd like to call on Mayor Vico Sotto of Pasig City to give us a few words to start this off. Good morning, Mayor. Mayor, sorry. Hi. Can you give us a few words just to welcome everyone?
Ay, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Sorry, hindi ko na tinawag na pala ako. Thank you to all of our partners, sa lahat po ng tumutulong sa atin. This is a really great project. Nakita nyo, parang may inganyo kayong patest kung ganito yung testing booths natin. Ano? Of course, kay Secretary Vince Dizon, Secretary Charlie Galvez, kay GM Jojo, Garcia, at sa lahat po ng mga national government agencies that are represented here, DOH, sa lahat po, ang isang napansin ko, tumatagal ang laban natin kontra COVID. Gumaganda po ang komunikasyon ng national at lokal na pamahalaan. At kaya ako'y nagpapasalamat po sa mga kinatawan ng mga national agencies na nandirito dahil paganda ng paganda yung response natin. At maganda po yung trend ng bilang ng mga kaso, hindi lang sa Pasig, kundi sa buong rehiyon at siguro sa buong bansa. Kaya paigtingin pa natin ang laban natin kontra COVID. Steps like this, yung testing po natin dito, sa tulong siyempre ng McDonald's, ni Mr. Kenyang. Maraming salamat po, sir. This is a really great initiative. Yung McDo, hindi nila first time tumulong sa atin dito sa Pasig at sa NCR. Talagang lagi silang tumutulong, handang-handa silang tumulong sa atin. Testing, as we all know, hindi na natin kailangan pa ulit-ulitin pa. But this is really one of the first steps, the first important steps that we have in this long fight against COVID-19. Sa Pasig po, ang napili namin for the testing is our tricycle drivers. Dahil nakita po natin na sila yung mga exposed talaga at maaaring sa loob ng tricycle magkahawaan tayo kahit sabihin natin may barrier. Sila po yung nasa kalsada araw-araw. Sila po yung exposed na exposed. Kaya napili po namin yung 1,000 beneficiaries na may test po natin sa tulong ng McDo ay para sa mga tricycle drivers natin. Again, to all of our partners, sa lahat po ng tumulong, maraming salamat and congratulations po.
Right, maraming salamat rin, Mayor Vico. All right, next up, I would like to invite the General Manager of the Metropolitan Development Authority, Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, Mr. Jojo Garcia. But before that, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of National Plan Against COVID-19 Deputy Chief Implementer, Secretary Vince Dizon. Good morning. And the MMDA Chief of Staff, Mr. Mike Celerina. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. No? First, of course, kay Mayor Vico for hosting this event no, sa Pasig. Mayor, maraming salamat. No? And kay Secretary Galvez na hindi na natutulog ata. No? Kakatrabaho. And of course, no, ang walang tulog din at action man si Idol Secretary Vince Dizon. No? And ang ating nag-sponsor si Sir Kenneth ng McDonald's. Unang-una po, no, nandito po si Mayor Vico as representative ng local government po ng Pasig. Na talagang tuwing meeting namin yan, every Sunday, twice a week, nagmi-meeting kami ng mga mayors. Hindi po talaga kaya mag-isa ng LGU. No? So, itong ating National Task Force, no, sa pangunguna po ni Secretary Galvez and Secretary Vince, malaking bagay po yung ginagawa nila na ganito, na umiikot no, sa mga NCR mayors para bigay lahat ng resources na po pwede. No? Kasi nga, ito pong virus na to, hindi naman to kaya ng isang lugar lang. We should treat this as a whole. No? Kaya laging proud na proud po ang ating NCR mayors ng ating mga mayors, no? Local chief executive, na nagkakaisa sa Metro Manila. Which we really appreciate, no, the IATF and NTF for accepting the suggestions or coordination with our local mayors. Dahil sabi nga nila, gagawa ng guidelines ng national government, pero ang mag-implement ito in enforcement is our local government or our mayors. So yung kantong mga programa, ito yung talagang nilalaban ni Secretary Vince, no? Yung testing, isolate, then treat. At nakita naman natin yung numero ng NCR, sir, no, na bumababa na, pero hindi ibig sabihin nawawala yung virus. Meaning, tayo lahat nagiging responsable na yung 6 na buwan na yan, alam na natin paano iwasan yung virus na to. So again, no, Mayor Vico, si Governor Ynares po, no, gusto rin natin pasalamatan dahil ito pong lugar na to, binigay niyang libre para magamit ng NTF, ng McDonald's. At sabi ko nga, no, lahat tayo ang frontliner dito. Laging sinasabi ni Secretary Galvez, kung hindi natin kaya umiwas, just wear our mask, wear our shield, may konting physical distancing, lahat tayo susunod, walang transmission. So 2 weeks lang, tapos na yung problema natin. So yun lang po, no? Maraming salamat po. I hope everyone will be responsible enough na hindi po tayo nagbibiro rito. Ang ating pong NTF, IATF, ang ating mayors, ating mga tumutulong sa business sector, wag po natin sayangin yung pagod nila dahil yung ginagawa nila para sa atin din lahat. Again, good morning po and thank you very much.
Maraming salamat rin, Mr. Garcia. I know that your agency helped lead this initiative also and put everyone together and expand this initiative para makasama yung Pasig City, pati yung Rizal Provincial Government na maging LGU partners today. So next up, I'm going to call on Secretary Carlito Galvez, the National Action Plan Against COVID-19 Chief Implementer, to also share a few words and a few reminders.
Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Nagpapasalamat po kami sa ating host ngayon, si Honorable Vico Sotto, Mayor ng Pasig, at sa ating napakasipag na Deputy Chief Implementer, Secretary Vince Dizon, at ang ating bastonero ng MMDA. Ito ang tinatawag natin na General Manager, si Yusek Jojo Garcia. Siya po ang talagang isa sa pinakasusi na talagang kinakausap po natin para sa ating COVID-19 fight. At magpapasalamat po kami sa President and CEO ng McDonald's Philippines sa kanilang mga initiative, President Kenneth, sir. And then also, nandito rin po si ASEC Charade ng DOH. Siya po ang pinaka natin sa testing, kasama po ng ating Secretary Vince Dizon. And then also, Ma'am Chona Torre, Senior Vice President of Human Capital Group, McDonald's, and Ms. Margot Torres, Managing Director, McDonald's Philippines. Maraming salamat, ma'am. And then nandito rin po yung ano natin, si Mike Silalima, ang ating Chief of Staff MMDA at Oplang Kalinga, and Director Paz Corrales. Unang-una po sa lahat, this program is very timely kasi po sa NAPA 3 natin, kailangan po talaga na magkaroon ng symbiotic relationship between the public and the private sector. Ito po, nakita po natin na gumaganda yung ating mga numbers. At nung last Monday po at saka nung last Wednesday, nai-report ko po kay Presidente na dapat nating pasalamatan ang ating mga mayors ng NCR dahil ang ganda ng numbers from more or less 20,000 ang active cases natin noong September. Ngayon po, 7,800 na lang. Napakalaki ng binaba. From more or less 25%, ngayon 6% na lang ang active cases natin. Pasalamatan natin, palapakan natin sila Mayor Vico. Sila po talaga yung mga talagang action man natin. And then nagpapasalamat po kami sa McDonald's dahil kasi yung kanilang M-Safe, McDonald's Safe program, nakita natin na they are protecting their own frontliners, yung mga employees nila. More or less 20,000 ang kanilang itetest. And ito, napakagandang halimbawa na sana pamarisan din ng ibang mga business sector na they have to protect their own frontliners. At the same time, they can protect their own, tinatawag natin yung confidence ng ating mga consumers to dine in, magkaroon po ng kaganapan. Napakaganda ng ginagawa ng McDonald's, and we would like to thank also with your contribution sa ingat-angat tayong lahat. Napakaganda. At yung ibang mga regions, pinapalabas po namin yon, Ma'am Margot, at naiiyak sila. Yung mga taong magkakalaban, yung taong merong political differences, nahihiya sila sa amin pagka pinakita namin yon. Sana pakita nyo po, lagi po yon para at least magkaroon po tayo ng unity of effort at unity of command para sa pandemya. Kung po makakaisa po tayo, private sector, business sector, the political parties, magsama-sama po tayo. Ma'am, maraming salamat po. At maraming salamat sa McDonald's. Sir Vico, congratulations. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sec, for reminding us, where cooperation, yung pagkakaisa nating lahat, yun yung makakapag-angat sa atin dito. So, yun yung ingat-angat tayo lahat. Yan. Napanood ko yung video nun, Sec, sa Facebook. All right, so next up, I'm now going to call on Secretary Vince Dizon, who ensures that all of these initiatives actually come to life and see the light of day. Secretary Vince, do you want to give us a few words?
Thank you, Sean. First of all, I just want to thank Kenneth and Margot. Boss Kenneth, thank you very much for this. I think whenever the private sector does something like this, it really shows our people and it shows everybody that there is a way out of this. There is a way for us to live with COVID-19. Kasi alam nyo, ngayon, kailangan na talaga nating bumalik sa trabaho. Itong mga kababayan natin dito, I'm sure marami dyan, pagkatapos ng napakadaming buwan na hindi nagtatrabaho, hirap na rin sila. No? And alam ni Mayor Vico yan, no? Na yung mga constituents niya dito sa Pasig, talagang kailangan ng magtrabaho. No? Kaya kailangan ng umandar ulit ng ekonomiya. And itong mga ginagawang ganito, tulad ng ginagawa ng McDonald's, napaka-powerful po na simbolo nito na kakayanin natin. So I just want to thank again Kenneth and Margot for doing all of this and for supporting the IATF and the NTF's efforts to try and live with COVID-19 as we slowly but surely try to reopen the economy and go back to some semblance of normalcy in our lives. Alam niyo po, itong testing natin, no, napaka-importante kasi pinapakita natin unang-una na napaka-valuable ng ating mga frontliners. Dahil po ang ating mga kasama ngayon, yung mga nagpapatest ngayon, frontliner din po sila. No, ang frontliner, hindi lang po doktor, hindi lang nurse, hindi lang lab technician, pati po itong mga cashier natin, yung mga waiters natin sa McDonald's, mga security guard, lahat po sila frontliner. Dahil nga po, sabi nga ni Sec Charlie at ni GM Jojo kanina, yung COVID, nandiyan pa rin. Hindi siya nawawala. Kahit na bumababa yung mga kaso, nandiyan pa rin ang COVID. No? Hanggat walang bakuna, nandiyan pa rin siya. Kaya, saludo po tayo sa ating mga frontliners natin sa McDonald's. Kasi talagang hindi po madali yan. No? Hindi po madali. Pero, kailangan na talaga nating magsimula ulit. Kaya, muli po, maraming salamat kay Mayor Vico, kay GM Jojo, na talagang kahit na mag-iisang taon na to, talagang tuloy-tuloy pa rin. No? So, college na yung itsura ni Mayor Vico. So, ano po to? And matagal pa po ito. So, kailangan ready tayo na wag titigil talaga dito sa ginagawa natin. So, again, on behalf of the national government, we want to thank McDonald's for their support. And remember, para mabuksan natin ang ekonomiya, kailangan mag-ingat tayong lahat para lahat tayo ay umangat. So, ingat-angat tayong lahat. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sec Vince. So, truly, it is great to hear. And not just here, we're actually seeing how we have now more capacity to make testing, tracing, and even treating more accessible to Filipinos. So, we can see that right here with the M-Safe signs on these booths for testing. And they're testing, again, not just McDonald's employees, but also residents from nearby communities like Rizal and Pasig. So all of this, again, like all the authorities present here have said, it will not be possible without the help and support of the private sector. So let's hear it from the private sector. I would now like to call on McDonald's Philippines President and CEO, Mr. Kenneth Yang, to tell us more about the initiatives that they're undertaking and they're doing for their people and in turn for their customers. Mr. Kenneth Yang.
Good morning to everyone, especially to our media partners here today. Good morning. And also to our very special guests and partners today. Andito po si Honorable Mayor Vico, Secretaries Charlie Galvez and Secretary Vince Dizon, ating GM Jojo. And we have also Dr. Corrales here of the DOH and other members of local and national government. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. We're very, very happy at McDonald's to be partnering with the national and local government on this initiative. In McDonald's, safety has always been our priority, not just with food, but with people as well. Kasi sa McDonald's po, naniniwala kami na if our employees, who are our frontliners, if they are safe po, then we are able to keep our customers safe. So sa McDonald's po, ang ating mga standards and sanitation standards and disinfection standards, we're always strengthening them. And strengthening them this project is another way of strengthening that. And I'd like to thank again Secretaries Galvez and Secretary Vince for this initiative po to help provide testing to all our frontliners. So ang makaka-benefit po nito sa McDonald's ay aming mga frontliners, and in fact, I think we're gonna have the ability to test in NCR, about 20,000 of our employees. Aside from that, syempre yung ang ating publiko makakapag-test na rin. And the booths that you see at the back, these are provided by McDonald's, but in partnership also with the government para makapag-provide ng testing. We want to thank and we're very happy to support the city of Pasig. As Mayor Vico said, it's not our first project with Pasig. Early, I think this year or late last year, we went to his office already to pursue other projects like the senior citizen employment. Kaso lang medyo natigil po yun because of the pandemic. Pero asahan po ninyo that we will be able to partner again with you on other projects. Doon po sa may kanan ko po, marami na pong tao. Many of them are our employees, crew, and managers. So they will be availing of the test today. So we hope that by doing that, we can assure our customers that our stores are safe to come to. And as long as we have our safety protocols, we can assure the safety of our customers. So I think that's really our message today, is that McDonald's is here, very happy to partner with the government kasi together, definitely, aangat po tayong lahat. We just need to be careful, keep safe, but we also need to do that and restart the economy and provide jobs. So, yan po ang ating objective, and which is to partner with government today. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yang. So again, keeping safe, keeping healthy, restarting and keeping the economy are paramount in these trying times. So as everyone knows already, this just came out of nowhere. It surprised us all, and we can't deny that we had a lot to relearn, unlearn, adapt. Okay, so more than ever, safety and keeping healthy has become top priority. And through partnerships like this between the government, between local communities, and the private sector, we enable more Filipinos to access tests for COVID-19, to trace all that needs to be traced and contain the spread of the virus, and of course, treat those who have been infected. Having said that, can I please invite everybody to get together as we take a few photos with social distancing enforced, of course. And also for McDonald's to officially turn over these booths to the NTF and the city of Pasig. Can we have our VIPs also please come up to take a photo op? To all our media friends, we will be having a Q&A after. Okay, for this first photo, I'll help you guys out. Can we have everyone from the VIP table and those seated in front in the VIP row to sort of line up. Ayan. Okay. All right. To all our media friends or all our media partners, we're about to start the Q&A. So we'll take a few questions from you. There is a microphone set up over there to your left-hand side. Okay, let me settle them down just real quick and finish up the photo op. Do prepare your questions. Can do that. All right, we'll take the first question. I know somebody wants to ask it. Please introduce yourselves. All right, we'll take a few questions from our media guests present today. Sir, do you want to go ahead? Hi.
Hello.
All right, we have our first question.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning po. My name is Ian Cruz from GMA News. Sec Vince, Mr. Yang, and to our Chief Implementer. Sir, sino po mag-shoulder ng expenses nung test? Nasa press release, libre ito, pero di ba may problem tayo ngayon with PhilHealth and Red Cross? So, paano po yun?
PhilHealth pa rin to, no? Kasi under the guidelines ng DOH, yung 2020-0258A, no, ang frontliners sa mga special concern areas like NCR, sa mga commercial establishments ay kasama sa libreng PCR test, no, and they are free once every quarter, no, if I'm not mistaken, no, once every quarter, every 3 months. So ito ay sagot ng PhilHealth, no. So yun namang problema sa PRC, confident naman kami ni Sec Charlie at ni Secretary Duque na ma-address na yon. Ano lang naman, alam nyo naman, may change in leadership sa PRC. So bigyan lang natin ng pagkakataon si President Giran. Pero it's more of an administrative issue rather than anything else, no? Documentation, administrative issues lang. So, ano lang, yun lang nga, syempre, napakalaking bagay ang paghinto ng Red Cross. So, aasahan natin na bababa ang testing output natin dahil sa pagsara ng Red Cross dito sa mga ilang araw na ito hanggat hindi ma-settle yung issue sa PhilHealth.
Sec Vince, temporarily, kaninong laboratory ipaprocess itong mga swab na to kung wala pa yung Red Cross?
Ang kinagandahan, marami na tayong mga laboratories ngayon, no? Both public and private. Marami sa itong mga specimens na to ay dadalhin sa iba't ibang government labs sa Metro Manila hanggang Pampanga. Kasi meron tayong high capacity lab sa Pampanga, yung Jose Bilingad. So, may mga dadalhin doon and meron ding dadalhin sa Lung Center of the Philippines, sa Tala, and saan pa ba? Sa RITM.
All right, thank you, sir. Next question.
Sirs, good morning. George Kailas po, CNN Philippines. Sir, can you tell us, is there an ongoing discussion between PRC and PhilHealth or the NTF in general?
Yes.
How
yes.
is it?
It's ongoing now. It's like I said, it's an administrative issue. No? So we're trying to fix that hopefully in the next few days.
But is PRC asking for the settlement of the entire amount muna?
I'm sorry?
Is PRC asking for the settlement of our dues sa kanila muna before we can proceed?
Yes. Yes, kasi I think ang last payment was beginning of September pa, no? So it's been more than a month already, no? So and of course, it's understandable because these labs need operational funds, no, for this.
Sorry. And PhilHealth promised to pay PRC as soon as they can. Or will the government help PhilHealth to?
Yes. No. PhilHealth will pay. It's just a matter of fixing the documentation.
Follow-up lang po, Marian Enriquez from TV5. Sir, how do delayed payments po ng PhilHealth affect itong PRC testing services po? Ilan po ba yung, for example, every day yung kayang itest ng PRC na mawawala?
Malaki. No, aabutin siguro yan ng, hindi, siguro aabutin niya ng mga, in terms of tests per day, we're looking at maybe 10 to 15,000 per day. No, tests yan. So, ang mangyayari ngayon, we will have to depend on the other laboratories to provide that that capacity. No? Kaya naman ng ibang labs, pero makikita natin na huwag tayo magugulat na ang testing output natin in the next couple of days dahil sa paghinto muna ng PRC ay bababa. Napaka-importante po ng PRC no, sa overall testing natin, lalo na sa NCR and for our OFWs. They're critical to that effort. So hopefully this will get resolved soon.
So sir, yung mga darating pong mga OFWs, like mga nire-repatriate, paano po yun? Kunyari may mga darating po ngayon on
Dadalhin
board.
sa ibang laboratory. Dadalhin sa ibang laboratories ang kanilang results.
Alright. May ibang question lang po tungkol po dun sa budget about vaccination program po. Lumabas po kasi sa budget hearing na under DOH, 2.5 billion pesos lang po yung naka-allot for the vaccination. We will need 12.9 billion para dun sa 20 million Filipinos na directive ni President Duterte. So paano po yung gagawin natin dito for next year?
Napag-usapan na namin sa kabinete yan na meron ng strategy si DOF sa payments at saka yung preparations ng vaccine. Kasi sa vaccine, hindi lang po yung vaccine ang pinaplano natin, pati yung supply chain and also yung tinatawag natin cold chain na storage and also the collateral expenses. Inaayos na po natin yan. So sa ano po natin, meron na pong tinatawag nating preparation ang ating Department of Finance on how we could procure and deliver and distribute. And the DOH also has the program with the DOST in terms of yung distribution.
Comment lang din po no, sa lumabas na hearing kagabi na about 80 billion po yung gastos natin for this year sa COVID response. Pero ang nakalagay lang na budget para sa DOH ay 13 billion for next year. Paano po ba natin to gagawin?
I will ask the DOH kasi it's not my purview on answering that. I'm sorry.
All right. We have a question coming in from the text line from those of our media partners that are joining us virtually this morning. So they want to know, guys, how you pick the LGU to partner with, like why Pasig and how did this come about? Does anyone else want to take? Sir Jojo?
Yeah, good morning, no? Actually, itong venue is Ynares Center owned by the province of Rizal. No? So, of course, naghahanap tayo ng mga volunteers na makakatulong na hindi walang gastos. No? So, Governor Jun Ynares, pumayag siya na ipahiram to na free. No? Nagkataon naman, nasa Pasig. That's why nandiyan din si Mayor Vico to support. No? Sabi ko nga, pinagtulong-tulungan to eh. Yung ating business sector, private, no? Ang Rizal province for the venue, and then of course it is by Pasig, then the testing by the national government. So again, ano ko lang para at least baka matalong mamaya. No? We're doing this to give people confidence to dine in. No? Sabi nga namin, pinag-uusapan namin ilang beses, kahit anong pagbubukas ang gagawin natin, kung ang takot pumasok, no? Dahil baka may virus, this is one way of giving the consumers the confidence na pwede na silang mag-dine in. No? Kasi kahit anong bukas natin, kung walang papasok, kasi takot ang tao eh. That's why yung mga gantong proyekto, lalong-lalo na ng McDonald's, no? At ng national government, tulong to sa ating ekonomiya. Hindi lang para matrace mo, matreat mo, at kasi pag nalaman ng tao na negative sa lugar na yon, magkakaroon sila ng confidence to go out and we can jumpstart our economy. Thank you.
All right. Sir Kenneth, somebody wants to know how many employees are targeted to be tested? My understanding is this is open for all McDonald's NCR employees.
Yeah. Well, first in the city of Pasig, we have 17 McDonald's restaurants. And we have over 1,000 employees here for the city of Pasig. But in the whole of NCR, we're gonna have about 20,000 of our employees tested in not just in this location, but there are other locations. Yung isa sa Palacio in Manila, and then there's another one in I think in Taguig. So I think it's a great opportunity for ating mga frontliners para ma-test sila because McDonald's, as I said earlier, we prioritize our employee safety. And by doing that, we can also assure the safety of our customers. Thank you.
All right, any more, ma'am?
For Sir Bean. For Sir Bean. Hi, Sir Bean. Hi, Sir. Raya, sir, from ABS-CBN. Good morning, sir. Sir, for almost 7 months, gaano na po yung in-improve ng testing capacity sa buong bansa?
Improvement of testing capacity in the last 7 months around the country.
Malaki, no? So, if we go back to as early as February, there was only one lab, our ITM. Now we are at 145 labs. That translates to roughly now, in March, we did less than 100,000 tests for the entire country in March. No, now we are already at 4.1 million already now. No, so napakalaki talaga. On a daily basis, dati ang testing natin nung March wala pang 1,000 eh, mga 500 a day lang. Ngayon we're already hitting, I think more 46,000-47,000 per day. Pero like I said, no, kailangan lahat ng mga laboratories, tuloy-tuloy. No, kaya kapag merong isang lab tulad ng Red Cross nahihinto, malaking epekto yon, no? Because Red Cross, I think, 25 to 30% ng ating test nationwide ay ginagawa ng Philippine Red Cross. So napakalaking bagay noon. No? So hopefully maayos na rin ito very soon and makapag-resume operations ng Red Cross.
Sir, saan niyo po nakikitang may pagkukulang pa or dapat paigtingin pa? For example, contact tracing.
Ngayon, ang key natin is habang umaandar itong mga susunod na buwan hanggang next year, ang key natin ngayon ay siguraduhin natin lahat ng probinsya, lahat ng major city ay may capability at capacity na mag-test. Bakit? Kasi makikita natin ngayon, at makikita natin sa mga susunod na buwan na merong mga lugar na dati walang kaso o kakaunti ang kaso. In all likelihood, may makikita tayo dyan na dadami ang kaso. Halimbawa, nakikita natin ngayon sa Tawi-Tawi. No? As far as Tawi-Tawi, dumadami ang kaso. Walang laboratorio sa Tawi-Tawi. So, ang mga itetest doon, dadalhin nila lahat sa Zamboanga ang kanilang sample. Mahabang biyahe yun. No? So, ayan ang challenge natin. So, the next challenge is to establish more testing capacity in areas na kakaunti o wala. Pero, ang kinaganda ngayon, mukhang papayagan na tayong lahat na gumamit ng mga makakabagong tests. Naglabas na ang DOH ng guidelines for the use of antigen tests. So, dahil ang antigen hindi kailangan ng laboratorio. Ang antigen, pwede kang pumunta lang doon, may test kit ka, may maliit na makina, o yung iba wala ng makina, pwede mo nang i-test right then and there. At ang resulta ng antigen, 15 minutes lang lumalabas na. So, itong mga new technologies na pwede na natin gamitin, especially for areas na walang PCR testing capacity. So, yun ang challenge. Yun ang next step natin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One last question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
For Mr. Yang. Hi, sir. Good morning. Yes, sir. Sir, aside po from this PCR test, free PCR test, ano pa po yung ibang safety measure na ipinapatupad po sa inyong branch? Aside from this free PCR test, ano pa po yung ibang safety measure na ipinapatupad sa inyong mga branch?
Other safety measures na pinapatupad sa branches.
Yes, thanks for that question. Actually, all of our employees, active employees now, every day, they have to have their health declaration done. And every time they go to the restaurant, they have to declare, of course, in the health declaration that they're okay. And then we also take their temperatures all throughout the day. And then aside from that, we provide them their safety equipment. So yung dapat naka-mask sila, face shields, may gloves po sila, and then disinfectants, yung ating hand sanitizers all throughout the day. No? So this is on top pa of our regular global safety protocols na talagang even before meron na po tayo yun. So I think even for our customers also who come in, they have to also declare they have to accomplish a health form. But today, we have, aside from at yung physical rating, meron po silang finifill up na through the QR code para yung staysafe.ph na app. At saka, when they come in, their temperature again is checked also. May foot disinfectant pagpasok nila, and they're given all the hand sanitizer disinfectant. So, those are our protocols.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. For all our media partners, this already concludes today's event. Thank you very much, Mr. Jojo Garcia, Mr. Kenneth Yang, Secretary Charlie, and Secretary Vince. For our media partners and friends, there's McDonald's in the back behind the cameras for all of you in the registration table, so you can take one. They've been individually wrapped just for you guys. So thank you for joining us this morning. And if there's any questions, you can approach any one of them over.